So it's a common question on social media today. How in the world do you generate leads on Facebook for free?
We all win when we all win. We all win when we all win.
Well, my name's Super Sid, and I'm an organic marketing coach who has helped hundreds of people build systems so that they can attract leads to them online for free. And today, I'm going to go over with you exactly how you can generate leads on Facebook for free. Let's go! So the first thing we're going to cover in this video is we're going to cover exactly how to identify. So how to identify someone as a lead, right? There's all these prospects out there on Facebook, right? There's all these prospects on Facebook. How do we identify a prospect as a lead? And we're going to go over that specifically in this video. The next thing we're going to do is once we identify them as a lead, what is it that we do, right? So like, what are we doing? Oh no, I have somebody that has a lead. Oh my God, I got a lead. But what do I do, right? Like, what do I do? And like, I think a lot of people, they get so excited that they got the lead, they forget, oh, well, I got to make the sale now. So we're going to go over exactly, well, once you identify them as a lead, what do you do? How do you reach out to them? What's the proper way to reach out to them? You know, and we even go over some specific scripts that you can reach out to people that are going to sure get people reaching back out to you after they opted in or showed they were interested in what it is that you had to offer organically for free online after you generated that lead. I'm going to show you how you can specifically turn that lead into an appointment, turn that, lead into a sale, into a paying client for your business. And last, I'm going to talk specifically about how you can do this on purpose for free every single day and how you can really pump this up and have more people, right, coming to your destination. And ultimately, after you get more people to come to your destination, how you can purposely have more of those people raising their hand and saying, hey, I need your help, so that you can use what we went over with those scripts and with that stuff we talked about in this video to turn more of those prospects into more leads and ultimately more paying clients for your business. Without any further ado, let's get right to it. All right, so let's get rolling. So now that we have a destination, right? We have a place where, what are our prospects doing online? Well, our prospects are online looking to be entertained, right? They're looking to be entertained. And for a lot of them, they are, they have things that are on their head. They have things that they're working on, or they have obstacles or challenges or problems in front of them. And they're simply trying to get over those or get done with those or check those off that list, right? And that's kind of what they're doing. And how are they finding you? Well, they're finding you because you're putting yourself in situations, you're putting yourself in marketplaces on purpose. As we talked about in uncontrolled traffic, you're putting yourself in places on purpose, in press, right? You're doing this. In LinkedIn, you're doing this, right? And all of these places, we're sucking people in and we're attracting people to us. You're putting yourself in those right places and they're finding you and they're liking you and they're wanting to come and learn more, right? So what happens when they find you? What happens when they find you is typically if they like you, they're going to be like, oh, let me go check out more. Let me go check out their page. Let me go check out where their socials are at. They're going to go to your Instagram, your Facebook, right? And ultimately, we want to get them to where? Our profile funnel on Facebook, so we can direct them to where our low ticket is, direct them to where our offers are, okay? And then ultimately, why are they sending us a friend request? All right, we're going to go over this. Why are they sending us? They're sending us a friend request because they liked us. They liked our content. They liked what we said in a group. They liked what they heard on Impress or what they read in Press. They liked that podcast we were on, maybe. They liked it when we helped somebody else in that group. They liked the question that we asked in that group, right? Or maybe, just maybe, right? We got them from LinkedIn. And they came from LinkedIn. They came and saw our profile funnel, and they were like, whoa, that's awesome. And guess what? They decided that they wanted to send you a friend request so that they could start what? Seeing more of your content. Ultimately, they are sending you friend requests because they want to see more of your content. They want to see more of you. You entertain them. You made them smile. You brought happy, good emotions to them. They want to get more of that happy, good emotion. So this is ultimately how the friend request hack works in our super online organic prospecting system. I'm sure you all have seen this map before. So ultimately with this map, what we're going to be talking about right there in the center, you're going to see there the friend request hack. Ultimately, once somebody visits your profile funnel, they're giving two options, and we're sucking them to our profile funnel using Press, uncontrolled traffic, and our LinkedIn automated outreach. What we're doing is once they come to our profile funnel, they're given the option to take action on our profile funnel, which is ultimately what we want them to do, or they can choose to connect with us, to talk with us, right? So that they can learn more probably. And guess what? Then we can direct them to that low ticket, that offer that we're promoting on our profile funnels, and then we can get them and turn them in from a prospect into a lead. Okay. So ultimately know this, probably about 80 or 90% ish. I'd say anywhere between 80 and 90% of people. I don't have the direct number, but it's probably around 80 or 90% of people. The 80-20 rule is usually pretty good. I would say, of that 80, of that 80 to 90% of that visit your profile that do take an action are going to send you a friend request first. So know that's why this friend request hack is so important, because they're going to send you a friend request and it's just going to be like they opted in to a funnel. I look at it as if they opted into something for free and you need to reach out to them and you need to book an appointment. That's literally how I look at it. But instead of booking an appointment, I guide them to where I want them to go, which is ultimately what we're offering on our profile funnel. Once they take action on that, they prove to me that they're willing to take action. They're willing to want to learn. They kind of enter into our world. And then once they enter into our world, and as you are going to learn in the group training, we have stuff set up for them to help them and demonstrate to them how we can help them by actually helping them. And then if it's our help that they want or need, they're going to let us know. And we simply ask is, helping you build this, ultimately what you're looking at right now, something you'd like our help with. And a lot of them say yes.
Hey, before I go over exactly the scripts on exactly how you can follow up with people that visit your destination and visit the place where you can get them to raise your hand, I want to remind you, I'm putting out new and exciting videos every single day, helping people when it comes to building systems so that they can attract leads and their next clients to them online for free. Make sure to click the button below and subscribe.
So anyway, what a friend request actually is on Facebook, okay? So what is it? Now we're using Facebook, remember, we're using Facebook for business. We're using Facebook to attract and find leads and find people who need our help. We're using Facebook to do that, right? Yes, you might still be connected with some other family and you might, want to see them around every once in a while, but you're not hopping on Facebook to look at your family and friends. You're not putting the content on Facebook for your friends and family to see your pets or your kids or your significant other, where you're traveling, right? You're using it. Your whole goal and purpose of using this thing is to use this platform to attract leads to you, use this platform to generate leads, build your business, build your influence, right? You said you wanted to do that. So since that's what we're using it for, doesn't it make sense that we're going to want to what? Be connected with people who want to what? See our content? Remember, if you were to go and you were to look at the last friend request that you had, how many of them are actually connected to you versus how many of them are not? And if I was willing to bet, and I've done some other training for you all here recently where I hadn't had it happen in a while. Today it happened. It happened where I had one person, out of something where I had like over 30 or 40 people that liked my post. I had one person in like forever, months, that wasn't connected with me. That's a good thing. Send them a friend request. What up? Send them a friend request. You want to connect? That way you can see some more since you like this, right? Why is attracting prospects to connect with us a good thing? Why is that? Well, I kind of just touched on it a little bit, but ultimately, if the people who are engaging with us online, the people that, that we're putting posts, we're putting stuff out there about how we can, for me, example, how I can help you build a system to attract leads to you online for free. If I'm selling that, or if I'm talking about that, my lives are about that, right? Or my lives are something around that, or there's something around me being an entrepreneur. And then my content's all around me being an entrepreneur, me about prospecting, me about this. My stories are all about this. Everything about me online is about this thing. Then ultimately, wouldn't it make sense that the people we want to see that thing are going to be people that need that thing's help? Ultimately, that's why this is so important. That's why ultimately we want to make sure that we're connected with people that actually could use our help, okay? And the reason that is because these people, right? The people that we're purposely friending, that purposely putting in front of us are going to be prospects. They're going to be people that we know, are prospects and people that could use our help. And then we're simply putting out content, putting out things in front of those people that are going to consistently drive them back to our profile funnels. We talked about that in uncontrolled traffic, and then consistently take action, right? Or send a friend request or whatever it might be, right? So once we get, so ultimately that's what we're looking to do. So let's go over this, explained, right? I'm just going to go over this. It's really just broken down into 4 simple steps. First, prospects are going to see you online and come visit your profile on Facebook, right? This is ultimately going to help them begin that journey with you if they've never seen you before. Whoa, they become aware of you. This is who they are. This is what they do. And ultimately, this is their first chance to take that first step with you in that journey.
They want to continue to see your content so they connect with you by sending you a friend request. Like I mentioned to you before, about 80 to 90% of people are going to send you a friend request out of the 100% of people, that are going to see your profile funnel. Maybe 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 are going to just automatically take action and not need to talk to you. But from what we've seen, on average, typically people are going to want to connect with you first. And a big reason this is because people want to do business with people, not with profiles. And they want to make sure that you're a real person with real stuff going on behind it. And they actually want to connect with you first and get, kind of break that seal. And then once they break that seal, obviously it's a very easy downsell and sometimes upsell. Sometimes people are going to say, I want to hop on the phone with you. I need your help. We have it happen all the time. I'd say once a month, we probably sign up somebody or talk to somebody where they're literally like, I need your help. I want to talk to you. And that's awesome. We also get them into the group and into what we're offering so that they can start that process and ultimately they can be in our world, right? They check out our profile to make sure that we're someone they want. Basically, they check out our profile to make sure that they are someone that you would, you check out their profile. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. You check out their profile to make sure that they are someone you want to connect with. Here's what I mean by this, okay? We're setting up your profile to obviously make you aware to a lot of people. We want as many people and as much traffic to have the opportunity to hit that profile, your profile page on Facebook. Why? Because that's where all your stuff is. That's where you're guiding people. That's where you're letting people know who you are. That's where you're saying, hey, come here. And that's ultimately where you can turn that prospect into a lead, right? We call it a lead point. So if we're doing that, then ultimately what we need to make sure that we're doing is we need to make sure, again, that this is somebody we want to connect with. I get all the time, I'm going to get, messages from people and they're just not going to be someone I want to connect with, right? There's so many examples, but if it's ultimately not someone that you don't want to connect with, don't connect with them. Just don't connect with them, okay? They look creepy or for whatever reason, they creep you out. Just don't connect with them. You don't have to. There's no rule that you have to, right? So obviously you want to check that out. What we've done is, for us, is I literally have, since this is a system for our business, there are what we classify as like rules, right? So when I have when I have one of my executive assistant going in and looking at this, right? He's going in and setting this stuff up and he's going in and accepting friend requests and stuff like that of who we want to be friends with. He knows that if they're, they have to follow these rules or these guidelines before we are going to accept their friend request. And if they don't follow those, we simply don't connect with them. We're only connecting with people that follow guidelines and that fit into prospects that we can help. Period. Okay. And lastly, step number 4, you respond with a message. The goal is to figure out, and here's the goal, right? We respond with a Facebook message, okay? A Facebook message in Messenger. So if you don't have Messenger downloaded, I would suggest you download it. We respond in Facebook, Messenger. And what we do is ultimately the goal is to figure out why they reached out to us, okay? It's to ultimately get connected with them if they're a prospect. And then ultimately we want to make sure that we're helping them by sending them the offer that we have, that low ticket offer. Right? That low ticket offer. So after they, send something to connect with you, ultimately we want to do number 3. And number 3 is we want to make sure we check out their profile. Okay. There's rules that I have when it comes to who connects with me, right? I only have 5,000 people that I connect with, and I want to make sure that I do not let anybody that is not someone that wants my stuff and someone that I can help, right? To be connected with me, to have that friend request, right? I only have a finite amount of those people that I can accept. I want to make sure that I'm not just accepting anybody. And ultimately, if you are creeped out by somebody who sends you a friend request, or, if you do not like that person for whatever reason, you are not obligated to connect with them. Know that. You're not obligated to connect with them. So you do not need to worry if someone sends you a friend request. It is going to happen. It happens to all of us. Whether we are using this for business or not, it happens to so many of us in regards to, hey, someone came across our profile as a suggested friend or something like that. And they're like, I want to hit them up. And the thing is, you just don't want to be connected with them. That's perfectly A-okay. Okay. So don't feel like you're obligated to have to connect with people. And what I would suggest is build out like a rules or a guideline. And then when you have those guidelines for who you want to be connected with, just make someone follow that guideline. I have a set of guidelines. My executive assistant is the one who accepts these friend requests. When he goes in there, he has to make sure that they follow this guideline. If they don't follow this guideline, we simply do not send them or connect with them. That's it. We just don't. And then we go on to the next one. Okay. And then lastly, number 4, you're going to respond with a message in Facebook. You're going to respond with a personal message, or what we classify as a direct message or DM in Facebook Messenger. So if you don't have Facebook Messenger, download it. Just go to the App Store, go to Google Play, download Facebook Messenger. Okay. And then when you're going to download Facebook Messenger, the goal here is to basically, when you send them a message, you're going to figure out why did they reach out. Remember, they reached out to you, right? They reached out to you. They sent you a friend request. You attracted them to you. They made the first move. Since they made the first move, it is 100%. It's like, I tell this to people all the time. It's literally like someone came to you while you were talking to somebody, tapped you on the shoulder behind you, and you turned around recognizing that you had no idea who they were and you've never seen them before, and you simply are reaching out your hand and introducing yourself and saying, hello, how can I help you? That is literally kind of what this is. So ultimately what we want to do is get connected with them. We want to, obviously we want to help them by sending them to our offer. So like for us, we're sending them to our group. If they come to our group, they can hang out with thousands of other entrepreneurs, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. And guess what? They're also going to get a free gift on our super online organic prospecting system. And they're also going to get the opportunity to get a free gift from my wife on our NLP worksheet. Who wouldn't want to join that community? Thousands of entrepreneurs to hang out with and connect with. And also you're going to get some free gifts along the way. Right? So it's a great upsell. It's a great easy thing, to be like, hey, come join our community. Not a lot of people tell us no. And that's why we love using our community as our offer on our profile funnels. All right. So here are the two sentences. This is where the magic and the money happens, right? This is where all of it happens. And when you look at this, you're going to be like, wow, are you serious? This is all it is. This is all it is. It's so simple, yet so lethal on so many levels. It's so crazy lethal on so many levels when it comes to connecting and getting somebody to reach back out to you. And I think I'm positive this is because you're getting, again, they're reaching out to you first. You're not directly messaging somebody cold. They're wanting to connect with you. So since they're wanting to connect with you, they're tapping you on your shoulder and you're simply turning around and you're saying, hey, first name, hey, Sid, thanks so much for reaching out to me. You're acknowledging what they did. That's all you're doing. You reached out to me first. Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. Thanks so much for reaching out to me. Appreciate it. And then you want to be pleasant. It's very nice to meet you. Now, I say this. I say what enticed. And I'm going to let you know why I say that. That is in my language. I say enticed everywhere, and I've used it since day one with this. Now, when I met my wife tried using enticed. Here was the challenge. She never, ever used that word in her language. She's Canadian, right? So she never used that word. Not that Canadians don't use that word, but she just never used that word. It wasn't in her language, right? So what she decided to do, since she is an amazing and awesome NLP coach and practitioner, she added this, right? She added, what made you to decide? What made you decide to reach out to me? Either one of those is fine. I, to this day, still use what enticed you. You can also use what made you decide. One or two is fine. Ultimately, they do the same thing. And it's saying what ultimately got you to make the decision, right? Or got you to want to click that button and send me a friend request. What is that reason? Why did you do that? Right? And what prompted you? What gave you that emotion? What really flooded you with why you pushed that button? Here's the thing. People like to talk about themselves. They like to talk about why they did stuff. They like to show off. So it's very, very easy. And not to mention, when they reached out to you first and you come back to them and you're like, hey, what's up? How can I help you? And this, basically, hey, what enticed you to reach out to me? A lot of times you're going to notice that more than half of the people that send you friend requests are going to reach back out and let you know. And a lot of the times what they're going to say, oh, you were a suggested friend, or, oh, it looks like we're, I really like your content. I get that one all the time. I really like your content. It looks like we're hanging out with a lot of the same people. I get that one all the time. I get another one I get all the time is it looks like, I really like your content, or I like hanging out with like-minded people is another one I get all the time. Those four right there are perfect ones for sucking into a Facebook group. Awesome. Well, since we're like-minded, we have another, we have a great group of thousands of entrepreneurs that we can, love to send you an invitation to join. All of us are like-minded. We hang out every day and help each other win. Want to come and hang out? It's a super easy yes. Who's going to say no to that, right? Or, for any one of those other four. So it's a really great way to start a conversation. And ultimately, that's what we're doing. You're standing here, minding your own business. Someone walks up to you, you don't know, they tap you on the shoulder, you turn around and you say, hello. And you know their name because they have a name tag on them because of their profile. Hey, thanks so much for tapping on my shoulder, reaching out to me, right? It's very nice to meet you. What made you decide to tap on my shoulder? What made you decide to reach out to me and tap me? Right? So that's what these are.
So if you're looking to build a system so that you can consistently attract leads to you online for free every day, well then my super online organic prospecting checklist is
just for you. This checklist is going to be 10 of my top strategies that I do every single day to make sure that I am attracting leads to me online for free every single day, and that some of those leads, like we talked about today, are going to send me friend requests so that I can go in and start sales conversations with them. You can grab this checklist in the description below, or just by going to www.supersidsgift.com. Thanks so much for watching this video, and don't forget, we all win when we all win. I choose to win today, and I hope you choose to win by taking action now and claiming your checklist below. We'll chat next time.
Let's go. We all win when we all win. We all win when we all win.